Before your company invests in a new website, touchscreen, application, or digital experience, there is one deceptively simple question to answer. Does everyone agree on what you are actually building? This is Jonathan Kirsting with the Pittsburgh Technology Council and Tech Vibe Radio, and in this episode of 10-Minute Tech Talks, I sit down with Josh Lowery and Greg Cunneyworth of Makeway to introduce what we jokingly call digital transformation therapy. Their new workshop as a service offering gets stakeholders into the room, uncovers hidden assumptions, and turns a complicated idea into a clear plan of action. It is not another meeting about having more meetings. This is about solving the right problem before an expensive project starts rolling in the wrong direction. Let's get to work with Makeway right now. But I'm just really curious about this workshop as a service and what inspired it. Something tells me you work with a bunch of clients and you've seen them struggling, and you probably brought something that you've done over the years to help kind of bring this together.
One of the reasons why we just brought it out as a service is because it's something for a bigger project we pretty much have to do anyways, right? Like most clients that come to us with a preconceived notion of what the project may end up like, but don't have all the details. And in order for us to have a really successful project, and in order for us to go through that process strategically and efficiently and with all the perspectives in mind, we do have to have good conversations and ask really good questions and go through it structuredly, right? So that's the birth point of where the workshops ultimately came from, is we were already doing it for our existing clients, and we wanted to sort of isolate the workshop itself to bring it out as a single service.
That's kind of an aha moment when you're seeing this. We already do this, but we can just break this out and build it as its own product.
Yeah, and I think a lot of the projects that we historically have worked on have been pretty complex. Some of them are really large. When we talk about web design, we don't traditionally do a lot of sort of like more of your basic like Squarespace design, really simple websites. Not that there's anything against that.
Right.
Just our sort of specialty and the challenges that we've grown the most in has been in more of custom integrations and custom design.
The tricky stuff.
Yeah, like things are just like, okay, how do we solve this problem? And especially when you're approaching those projects, there's typically a fairly large investment up front from the team. And so there can be some, I think, people just want to have confidence that they're going in the right direction, that this is actually what we need. And we're going to see a positive ROI, a positive impact on this.
It goes back to when you talk about digital transformation, one of the key things would be like a new website, right?
Yeah.
And that has the right integrations to it. And you think about the money you're going to put into that and the impact that you want. It's like a nerve-wracking thing because you want to make sure that it works. And we know many things can go wrong as a project goes together. Yeah. So being able to help kind of set the stage for this seems tremendous to build that confidence kind of moving in, because I think McKinsey had a cool quote where it's like almost 75% of companies realize that they have to be, they got to be thinking digital transformation at all times, or else you're going to get left behind.
Yeah, it's sort of demanded. You have to evolve. And if you don't, you'll find out pretty quickly that you haven't really given enough focus and attention to that, but usually in a sort of a bad way. But yeah, in addition to just giving people the confidence that's the right direction to go, a lot of times this process that we go through early on is a way to kind of get a quick litmus test and also team alignment too, because sometimes internally your executive team might want or think they need something differently than everybody else. And so we kind of come in and we have the right framework and the right tools to say, okay, this is the way that we need to think through this together. And we can kind of help you make sure that, is this the right solution that we need? And not even just does our gut tell us that, but can we actually back it up with, the right inputs and the right sort of data and signals to sort of give us the confidence that, yes, this is exactly what we need and this is how we're going to execute it.
It's a great point you brought up, the alignment. Yeah. That word really sticks with me. Having gone through many digital transformation projects here at the Tech Council, just thinking how important it is to have the whole team thinking this is how it's going to work. We agree this is how it's going to work.
It can be a disaster if you don't.
We take that for granted, but going through this, make sure that you have that before you move anything forward, right?
And sometimes clients do come to us and they figure out that they're not aligned. And that is actually something that we have helped help figure that out and help them get aligned, because I think sometimes a lot of assumptions get made throughout the process of going, we need X thing made or created, website, touchscreen, whatever it is. And they come to us thinking they're aligned. And then we start asking questions and then start asking deeper questions. It's like, You think one thing and you think another. Like, we have to decide together now as a team how to proceed.
I think I would rebrand this for you guys, and I would call it digital transformation therapy.
Yeah.
100%. Your couch.
Yeah.
They come in, they lay down, and you start asking questions. You're like, very interesting.
Go on.
Tell me how you feel about your father.
It is a requirement. All of our virtual meetings have Zen music in the background.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a safe space. No judgment.
Come on to something, because I just feel like it's just so foundational, because so many times within a project, you see teams just wanting to rush through it. They go, oh yeah, we'll go through, we'll build the site, things will be fine. And it's just like, no, this creates that pause and everything. And now that you've taken that pause and created it as a service, you can just use this for almost any kind of project, really. I mean, no matter what you're doing, you can probably walk them through the steps you're going to walk them through in order to kind of get the alignment and figure out what's next.
Yeah, it's almost like a palate cleanser, or like in between the initial conversations you had and where you ultimately want to be. A lot of things have to happen in between that. And some of those workshops really end up just being like, okay, we kind of started with maybe a lot of like meetings that ultimately weren't very efficient, or a lot of meetings internally that didn't really go anywhere. Now, when we actually sit down with Makeway, like, we're moving the ball forward. Like, this is the time to pause. You're right. Think about exactly what's going to be next, and then make good action items to move forward to those next steps that ultimately make a pretty big difference.
Yeah, it's a good reminder. The difference between the workshops too is like they are not meetings. Sometimes those can feel a little bit like windy and sort of like we don't really know exactly what we're trying to solve for here. There is not too much structure where it's like too rigid and we can't evolve the conversation where we need to, but there's enough structure that we have a plan and we have steps that we're going to workshop this with you and lead you through this process that has proven to be very effective. So it's not just showing up and being like, okay, let's see if we can figure this out. It's like, no, this is how we're going to figure this out.
I love it.
And let's just give the time and attention that we all need together to get there.
Very codified steps to make sure that you're hitting milestones along the way. It doesn't get too squishy. That way you're getting out. How long does a typical engagement last for?
It depends on the type of workshop we're doing and the problem we're solving for, and then the client. Some of them are virtual, some of them are in person, some of them we do hybrid. Typically speaking, we can do them for as small as a couple of hours. Really? Some of them can be full day sessions if we really need to go. And sometimes we only need 2 or 3 key stakeholders. Sometimes we need a larger team. We have a whole page on our website that outlines a lot of this stuff.
It kind of breaks that down as to what to expect and everything. So actually you're surprised me. That's very efficient. Yeah, I was thinking it'd be like a multi-day thing where it's like, oh, these bagels are getting stale now. We've been here for so long.
We try to keep them pretty low effort because we don't want people to be too scared of the initiative. Like, it's all about that inertia and that momentum. Right? Like, just start to tackle the problem with us, get in a room with us and see what we can do.
As you can see, Clarity might not sound as flashy as a new website, immersive touchscreen, or digital platform, but it may be the most valuable deliverable of the entire project. Makeway's workshops are designed to align stakeholders, test assumptions, and give teams a practical playbook for moving forward. A few focused hours at the beginning could prevent weeks, months, and plenty of headaches later. Learn more about Josh and Greg and Makeway's workshop by visiting their website in the description, or watch their entire video by clicking on the link in the description as well. This has been 10-Minute Tech Talks, powered by the Pittsburgh Technology Council. Keep building, everybody, keep questioning, and make sure everyone is working from the same blueprint. This has been Jonathan Kirsting, and I cannot wait to see you on the next 10-Minute Tech Talks.